Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm working on this 49 and Market Big Picture album kit. I bought this when it was on sale from the Home Shopping Network, but honestly, if you Google search it, it shows up a lot of different places. It's not currently on sale there, so I'll show you. I did page 1. Pretty. I did page 2. And today I'm going to work on page 3. The album's in the kit, everything's in there that you need. So what happens is you get all these nice laser cutouts and you have to go searching for the ones you need for the page. And I spend a good amount of time, I think, doing that. And this is what I'm following for today's page 3, and you have to really look at it sometimes, especially over here with what you need. But anyhow, they make it nice and easy because all the pages are numbered. I don't know if you can see that 3 right there, but I put a little pencil number on the back too. Now, of course, my trimmer probably needs a new blade. All right, so if I follow this in direction here, a 5x8, it says, goes on this side of the paper. So I'm going to adhere that down. And for that, I'm going to use my tape runner, but I have to make sure there isn't any writing on this. So it looks like it goes like this, just based on the back of it. All right, and for this piece, like I said, I'm just going to use a tape runner. I use glue. I use tape runner. I use all things. So let me put that down nice and straight on there. What's nice about tape runner, especially if it's removable, like this is, I can pull it up and reposition if I need to. All right, that looks good. All right, and then I take the washi tape and I put that down the middle. So I'm going to line it up on the grid here. So I can get a pretty good idea of where halfway is. All right, I'm going to put that there. Put this here. And run it down. So it's a little off there. It doesn't matter. When it's all done, you don't even notice. And I've learned you can't pull the washi up once you place it down. It'll pull the paper. All right, so then I need these two little, I don't even know what I call them. I don't call them anything. So there's those. This one almost looks, all right, there it is. The black's on that side. So it looks like one goes down in here. All right, and then the other one goes over in here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1. Yeah, this is it. All right, so I'm going to use my glitter art glue to glue these little honeycombs down. And I just put a little bit here and there to get it to adhere. I hope everyone's having a nice day. It's pretty cloudy here today, but it's a holiday weekend here in the U.S., so it's not raining where I live, and that's definitely a positive. So I'll take it. So I'm going to just pat those down where they go on the page. I've learned I absolutely love making photo albums. I think it's kind of the difference between cooking and baking, whereas like junk journaling, things like that is cooking to me, and this is baking because you're following a plan. Although I find the more I do this, I feel like I could just take the kit and kind of do my own thing, or just buy, you know, the papers and some what I want to call laser cuts and layer up. So I'm pulling everything in that third block that I need for the layout. Love the little ViewMaster strip. So I realized there's two pieces that I don't have, that I didn't pull. I didn't notice it in the first little block. So I'm going to go and find those, which I did very easily.
It was the first piece of the
they were just right on top. It was right on top of my orange box, and where the lasers are, and it was right on top of my pile of the little cardstock pieces that are cut out. So I'm just going to take a look at the little section, number 3. I like to kind of audition it, put it down first so I can see what needs to get glued down first. And really, to do that, you need to kind of place them where they belong and take a look. And that's also how you find out if you're missing any pieces that need to go on the layout. So even though in the directions that piece looks like it's green, there isn't any green in this kit that I saw other than, you know, the foliage. So that has to be the piece. I don't know. But it all goes together. It's a beautiful kit. I want to make a Christmas album.
There was a preparation, but
a lot of companies do offer
that goes down in here.
Classes where you're kind of crafting along with somebody, you know, on Zoom, and I like that. I like that a lot. This way is okay for me too, just following the directions. And like I said, I'm going to I could easily just branch out and do it on my own. Now, this is another reason why you want to kind of audition it, because what I find is I don't need all of those flowers on the white there. So I can easily
I think I can
cut some off, or in this case, rip them off because they came off so easily. And I can put them, you know, behind on another page or even this page. I like to go back when I'm done and look through the whole album and kind of glue down the places that I don't glue entirely, because I know some things need to go behind a piece. So you just want to glue in the middle. And then you can go back and add more if you want to add more. So looks like that piece goes down first, but I don't need the whole thing. And the other reason why you do that is then it doesn't bulk it all up on the page, because if you're layering and layering and layering, and these pieces are pretty thick, it gets very, very bulky. And it's hard, you know, you're going to have a very bulky album, which is okay. But if you can cut back on some pieces and save them for later, you know, that's a good thing to do too. So I want to position this where it goes on the sample.
Over more like that.
That looks good right there. I also like to pull out my T-square and make sure things are straight.
And make sure I'm pretty straight.
Or straight as I can get them. Now with glue, I don't have a lot of time to do that. But again, I could use repositional tape and, oh, I moved it, but it's okay. I'm just going to eyeball it and get it straight.
I can go back and add more glue later.
And I'm just going to come in and layer everything else up on this page.
This little guy goes in here. Right there.
My glue doesn't want to cooperate. I really need to get stainless steel pins. I might have something in my beads, my bead collection, but I did look on Amazon. I think it was yesterday actually, but I didn't order them. Not that that would help with the glue being
drying up in between my using it, but it would help with the glue not turning brown when the pin's in there and it's kind of rusting up on me. So next is the Viewmaster piece.
Goes on top. So
because that big piece goes on top of this. I'm just gonna glue here and there. Try not to get too much.
I'm in deep concentration. Alrighty, so let's see. This goes down a little and about in here. I think that's pretty good.
Which I do.
A little too much glue,
but that's okay.
Once
Once it dries, I can come back later with my little
that's okay. Once it dries, I'll use
glue
my little thing.
Eraser thingamajiggy. All right, so this piece is next. Or maybe the flowers are next.
I'm putting this.
And I'm going to come in and speed up this process even a little more. So I'm going to get some glue all over the leaves. Hook them under. Is anybody crafting this weekend? What are you working on? I took a break from Halloween and I haven't really started on fall projects, but kind of wanted to work on an album. Because I think it's fun. And I bought this kit a while ago, probably well over a month ago, so it was time to start. It is a 12-page album. I'm on layout number 3 of 12. And I hope to get another maybe 3 done this weekend. We'll see. Depends on if the sun comes out and I end up going to the pool. I think Monday might be okay. And if it's not, I think it's supposed to be nice next weekend. Not next weekend. What am I talking about? This upcoming week, I may end up going to the beach. I live about an hour away. So I might drive down. All the kiddies are back in school. I can't find that little piece that goes up there. I don't know what it is. After the video, I'm able to read the little numbers, and I do find that piece. So, all right. So what I do for the frames is I just go along the bottom and glue along that edge and then stick the mats on. That way I can always go back and add in the pictures, and it's obviously not sealed up. I like to leave 3 sides open because I don't know what side I'm going to be coming into with the picture based on what's layered and you know, if anything gets glued down either by accident or on purpose. But I go back and add those frames. I had to lay it down so that I could get them on straight. They were a little bit out of frame, but that's okay. So that's kind of what it looks like, and they just hang out there until I decide or designate what this album's going to be for, and then start collecting my pictures and putting them in there. So we have some nice green leaves that go back here. Add a little color. Yeah, so I think I'm going to find a class for Christmas, even if it's $49 in Market. I know some Simple Stories, I think, does the albums, like, you know, via Zoom as a class. So I'm going to look for one. I know one of them's doing a Halloween one, but it was kind of pricey. And listen, I don't have little kids, and you know, Halloween, I don't think I could fill a whole album on Halloween. And I have my album for when I go up to Gettysburg to do that haunted tour, which I'm super excited about in October. So I don't think I need a Halloween album. I'll wait until Christmas. So is that the
12957. This is
numbers?
it. It looks tan, but it's not.
It's driving me crazy that I can't find that
Thing to
little
pull
piece
down.
that goes
Alright,
up
so
top,
this is
but
it, actually.
this one I think
So
goes
this
on the side.
The number goes
Again, I'm
over
going to cut
there.
it down.
And I
No,
wonder
it
if this is
doesn't
what's
work. It's
going
not
at
it.
the top. So let me cut some of
But
this
I'm going to cut
off
this off. I think it's the one that goes on the right side of the frame.
to put the number
So that's the one I'm using.
just along here. Some glue. And I'm going to put it
How do you
behind
guys
the,
feel about making albums? Have you made one?
behind the mat. And have the number stick out. Oops.
It's such a sense of accomplishment when they're done. I will do a flip through this when I finish it, but it'll probably be another week. Depends on how far I get this weekend, honestly. All depends on the weather.
Yep.
All right, so then I'm going to come along and
let me see
glue the
top
back of the
part here. Where's
frame.
the other piece of that? Here it is.
Once I make sure nothing else goes behind it first.
I don't think that's it. I think it's the other half of the, it might be the other half of this.
I keep trying to find that
Might
one
be-
piece. And I don't know where it
No, it's-
is.
Something. I have to get my phone, the light
Give
on
it up,
but I can
Joanne.
stick that behind
Do it
because
off
it's not
camera
going to be
later.
really
That's what I end up doing.
stuck down so much. All right, so
All right, so I come
mats
along
can
on the
stick
frame and I
down.
just
So
put
I'm
glue in the
going to
middle.
just put it
Again,
in the
in case
middle.
I need to tuck something behind it. It just
So
gives
always a
me
good
that
idea just to do the
opportunity to
middle
do
right now
so.
in case you want to go back and layer anything. And this is going over
Position
half of
this where it goes.
See, I want to be able to see some of the things that I layered up. So
These frames, most of them are
I don't want to
2 by 2,
everything.
2.5 by 3. I don't think I've hit anything
All right,
bigger
let me
than
get
that.
my
Maybe a 2.5 by 3.5, but
square.
that's about the size. So, you know, even if
Take a look at this.
wherever I take my prints
That
doesn't
looks pretty good.
print out that
Going
exact
with it.
size, I can
Does it
always
look
cut
like
photos
that?
down.
Yes, it does.
You know, cut off the sides and, you know, the parts that
And then we
that
have
you
the
don't
word.
need. And yeah, so
Time goes up
all right,
in
now I
here.
want to put the words,
So I just want some
which is
glue on this
time,
part of the mat.
and I'm just going to
I mean
add
the
some
frame,
glue onto
rather.
the frame
I don't
because
want
I
glue on the
don't
mat
want to
'cause
put
I
it
wanna
on the
be able to get
words
into
because I
the
don't want to
mat to put
stick
the
down the sides of the
So it's
frame
gonna go
because then I won't be able to get my picture
like
behind it.
this.
So let me just line that up
Let me make sure it's straight. It is.
on
And then I
there.
have 2 butterflies.
And then I need 2 butterflies. And this layout is almost
One
done.
goes down
So
in
it's
here.
really that butterfly's supposed to go down the
Actually, on the
bottom.
picture's showing way down
But
here.
I have
but
that
I don't
little
like,
gap
see how
there that I
that's
don't
not
like where
connected well?
things
So I'm gonna
didn't
put
meet
mine
properly. So I'm going to put my
more right
butterfly
there.
up higher to kind of cover that space. Again, I'm just
Now, if I
gluing
have
on the
anything left
frame
over that I can put
part
there at the end,
so we don't
that's
glue
fine
down.
to do that. I just want to make sure that
And
can
I'm still
come
able
up.
to
And then this little
slide a
butterfly
picture back there. Once I do, then I can
goes
glue those frames down.
on
Hi, Mr.
time.
Oliver.
Something
You come to
like,
see Mommy? Yeah. And then the other butterfly
Again,
goes
I
up
only
there.
leave it
I
on
don't
the
know if you could
frame.
hear him, but he
I
kind of
don't
gave me
want
a
it
little
down anywhere. So completely
Little
covered
answer.
up this. So if I have any of that left at the end, I'll go
answer
back
to
and
my
add
question.
it. I guess it should have been, that should have been over there more, or, but this is done, other than this little piece up here, which
All right,
isn't
still
that big of a
looking,
deal.
talking about that number
But
up
I'll
there.
look
I
for
just
that
can't let
and
it go.
I'll add it in.
But anyhow,
But
this
that's
is
kinda
pretty
pretty,
done.
huh? That's page
Pretty
3.
much done. I can
Or
go
you could put
back
3 on
and
the back.
add something up on the top
And
corner
we're
and the
done.
right if I
So,
want, if I
thank
think
you
it looks
for
too blank.
coming along while I
But
create that
I
page.
think it's
just kinda
pretty.
wanted to give you a feel
So
for what these kits are
we're
like.
going to
A
call
lot of
this
times
done.
you can sign
Anyhow,
up
I
for,
really appreciate you
I'd like to
crafting
sign
along
up
with
for
me
one
today.
for Christmas.
Questions, comments, always appreciated. It helps put the video out there in YouTube land. And everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy your holiday.
This is hard to see sometimes.
If
and
you're
I
in
have
the
to sit there and
U.S.
stare at these to
And
figure out
I
what they
will
are.
definitely see
But,
you in my
it
next
works
video.
out.
All
And
right,
it doesn't
guys, have a
take,
great day.
forever to do a page, so it's pretty nice. Again, if I want to add something up